Okay, traders, this is Paul Glenn for SignalTrader trading system. I'm showing you the new, what we call the SignalTrader massive indicator. Now, basically, this is looks really confusing. It looks like coloured spaghetti, but there's actually great sense to it. Basically, what you're looking at each line is the strength of the currencies averaged against all the other major currencies. So these four currencies. So, for instance, sterling is you can see it's that brown coloured line or the gold coloured line, and that's its strength when compared against all the basket of currencies there. So it's really useful to see where sterling is, for instance. And here we are on the 15-minute chart. Now, the good thing about this indicator is it looks really confusing, but I can highlight particular currencies. So if I click GBP, you can see the way the GBP highlights. And let's say I'm looking at sterling chief. You can see that CHF now is quite flat, so I'm not really interested in that as a trade. Now today, for instance, we've had a lot of activity on the dollar. Look at the way the dollar rallied up. So, and you'll also see when the currency strength against all the other currencies gets too strong, it has to come back and it has to change direction. So let's look at sterling. Let's turn off Swiss franc. So you can see sterling against the Swiss franc. Look at the way that the sterling came down. Now this is actually the sign of a hook forming, alright? So if we go and look at GBP USD just quickly, you'll see that on a normal chart, this is a SignalTrader trading system chart, and I'm just going to move it up slightly so you can see it. So here, this gold here is an indication that we're entering a hook. That means that the currency pair, let's just start this up for you. The currency pair is actually going to do this. It's going to move up sort of halfway back. So let's just draw it in. It's probably going to do this. It's going to move up about halfway back from that drop, and then probably continue on. Unless it's changing direction, then it may go back up to there and form another hook before it goes on that way. Now, we can get some clues to what it's probably going to do if we go and look at if we go back to our massive indicator. So we're back to looking at the GBP USD. Let's switch it to the daily chart. So the daily chart shows what they're kind of fighting each other. But I look at the dollar; it's actually been stronger than sterling for the last couple of days. They're not overbought or oversold on the daily chart, and they've got space on the weekly chart. So it's quite a new thing, this move that we're seeing here. And here it is. You can see the crossover there. So if I flip back to GBP USD chart again, and we're going to look at the daily, you can see, look at all these lines, that's the top possible move. Where's it going? Well, the 200 daily EMA is down here. It's kind of been following it quite neat and tidy, but it has kind of broken just slightly. It's just stuck its nose below this sort of trend line here. There's a trend line going on here. You can see that. Look at the way it's stuck its nose below it, as if it's looking to come down to the daily, to the 200 daily period. It's at the top of the you can see this sort of channel that SignalTrader trading system is doing. It's kind of hang around the top of that, so it's got space to go bearish. So it's a good lineup for a short on GBP USD when the hook finishes. So we need to get this. Now what we can do is look down here at the strength indicator. Now the blue line, what will happen is the blue line will do this. Let's just get some blue. So the blue line will come along here a bit more, then it'll go down underneath, and then it will come back up, and that's where we want to take our entry if we're coming short. So that's when we're looking to come short. So because that's at the end of the hook. So that's basically how to use it. Now flipping back to the, let me show you some other things about the massive indicator. It's just the way you can turn all this stuff off. So you can turn off, so I click on the dollar. Can you see I've turned it off? Turn off sterling. Earlier on we had a hook situation. Let me just see if I can find that. I did post to the blog with it, so it's here somewhere. Okay, here we go. You can see some extremes going on there. So when you get this sort of setup, let's just flip it over. Look at this here. Purple, which is the yen. So I'll highlight the yen. Highlight the Aussie dollar. So Aussie yen was at extreme, so it had to switch direction, and this is what happened. Look at where it happened. So if you were in, let's go and have a look at Aussie yen. Look at that there. Okay, that's the change of direction there. So that's a sign we're going to change directions. Go look at Aussie yen. Excuse me. Let's go look at Aussie yen, and just delete that. Doesn't make sense there. Look at the hourly chart, and we'll see what happened with Aussie yen. There you go. There's the change of direction, and this is typical change of direction. Look, you can see on the 21st of May. That's there and there. Let's look at that on the massive indicator. Hourly chart, 21st of May we're looking for. So you can see we can get through here. 22nd. Let's see what happened when that changed over. There it is. Here. There's the crossover. Wants to change the direction in the trade. So there we go. That's just basically what you can do with it. You can kind of turn on highlighting. It works on all different time frames. It's all available. I want to be a forextrader.com. It's all going on the market with the package shortly. Just got a few more things to do to it. So have a great day, traders. Sorry I don't sound so great. I've got a bit of a chesty cough. I want to be a forextrader.com. The blog is dailyforextrader.me.